Welcome again to the Introduction to Web 2.0 Tools course. My goal in this course tour is to give you a very quick orientation to the Blackboard 9 learning environment and to the basic structure of the course and the flow of contents that you'll be working through on a weekly basis. So I have the home page open, kind of the entry point when you come into my course. Not sure these different modules, you can collapse them and decide which ones will be useful. Certainly announcements get pushed out to you there, but you'll also be getting them by email. And I will be using the announcements tool, and I'll click there, on a weekly basis to kind of introduce the week and often to wrap it up. And then any other special announcements that I need to put out will be put out that way. And by default, Blackboard is set up to forward that announcement to you. So you'll see that I'm using the navigation menu on the left. And you can switch, let's see, at the top to a list view, I believe it is. And I don't know if that's a glitch right there. There's nothing showing up very well. But folder views, I think the nicer view, where you can see each of the main parts of my course in a folder-like view. So you can click the plus sign and look at the contents of it before going into it. But certainly you can click on learning modules in a standard way, and things open up here in the content area. And then click on these. There'll be 3 modules with 9 units in them over the course of the 10 weeks. And they open up here and you can work through them. And here's the first module 0 for you to work through this week, as well as reviewing this orientation. Everything you need to do will be spelled out in this first getting oriented unit for what you need to do in terms of posting personal introductions and setting things up to get started this first week. So it's a pretty light week as folks, add, drop, and get into it. Module 0 should tell you everything you need there. Course resources is another main area. Now this isn't necessarily, it's a collection of documents and files that I can put in an easy place for you. Most of the content you'll work with is through the learning modules, which is delivered weekly. And you'll basically work right through a structured format of readings and assignments that detail what you need to do. In the course resources areas where I've just compiled some files, such as a collection of exercises, which are also linked through the learning modules, rubrics, and design project files, which are also linked through the learning modules, but they're also compiled here, so it's redundant information in many cases, but it's nice for you to be able to find it all in one place instead of searching the modules for where that was linked to sometimes, right? The course wiki, as you click there, you'll find out that opens in an external link in your browser, and I will do a separate training on that. But this is the start page, and I have not quite set this up entirely. You'll be getting an email to activate this account, a PBWorks account. So be on the lookout for that. Check your junk mail, and then use your George Mason email to create that account. So I'm just going to close that external window, and I'm back into Blackboard. So that is, it looks like a built-in menu that should open here in the content area, but it is not. I have it opening externally because it works better out there. Weekly discussions. Starting the 3rd week, we'll start discussions, though you do have a personal introduction this week. And there are forums in here for you to ask questions and get help from the learning community, composed of me and everyone else in the class. There's about 12 people. So use those as much as you need to. And I think that's all I need to show you right now as far as getting around. Nope, there are a few other things, a few other navigation things. So you can notice you'll be able to collapse the navigation menu so you can see the content area more. Also, when you get into learning modules, you'll get a new a little table of contents that may or may not open on start. And you'll see here you have a couple options to collapse that little gutter. That is the table of contents, and then collapse it completely. And to get full content view, collapse the whole screen area. You also have a way to navigate through the learning modules only with a page back and forth buttons. And depending on what the content is, it'll open nicely, or you'll have to wait for a Word to open that file when you page through. In which case, sometimes it's if you know that things are coming up that you don't want to wait for, you can just click and jump to them through the navigation menu. So that's the end of my Blackboard quick tour. Stay tuned. I'll put together a orientation to the course syllabus and notify you when that's ready and available on the course site.